Um, two great episodes, man. I that was a how do I word this? That was a really good way to a good way to wrap up Ibata and that conflict. There was a lot of like mad desperation chucks, like Senku being able to be like, all right, math time, calculate how on a split second to throw it at Ryusui because he could have messed that up, right? He could have messed that up completely. So it's just it was a cool way to defeat Ibata using the communication airing attached onto the Medusa to activate it so that Ibata gets turned into stone. And I don't feel like talking no more. I just want to watch the episode. I'm getting into it. Dr. Stone, season 3, episode 20. We're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, it was. Okay, did it. So you said I could watch the opening after this episode? I'll watch it for next episode then. So good. So good. I love this show so much. I watched the ED. I watched it with Kohaku and Nikki and Suika going around and adventure. I like it a lot. I do. This is like the most melancholy opening of all the Doctor Stone openings, though. Right? Usually the EDs are the ones that are like that are melancholy. I just want to watch it. What's the name of the girl with the pink hair that's with Yoga? The one that like cotton candy? The one that Senku Homura. She's there too, right? First Dream. I thought she was there too. She's still petrified. So the next person we need to get is Taiju, right? That's the next person I would get. Really? Taiju, Taiju would have been the first person I got, and then it would have been. I totally would have. I would have went Taiju, and then after Taiju, I would have done Yuzuriya so that we could put Ryusui back together, and then maybe Francois. Uh so it So you're saying she's calling because there's something going on? Amaryllis. If how Chrome made it seem like it was like she went through, like she was so, what's to say, she was so like, what's the word I'm looking for? That's right, they destroyed the ship. Forgot. They endured so much. Gotta get to work. Yeah, Kaseki definitely. Yeah. That is true. Yo was the hero. Yo did the damn thing, man. I forgot she was down here. Are we gonna bring her back, Kirisame? Relax, Magma. I think we can because because she felt a certain way, like she was coming around whenever Ibata, like she started to figure it out. Yeah. Still wondering, are they implying that she? Never mind. Oh, we would hope so. Because because if it doesn't work, yeah, like if it doesn't work, then there's no chance for us to bring back Tsukasa like this. So much has happened. Oh. You have to had to ruin the moment. Just had to. Just had to ruin the moment. If he wasn't so thirsty, he might have actually got a hug. No one told you to go straight for the chest. No. Not yet, anyways, we should say. Not yet. She's been through a lot. She went through a lot. And she put all of her trust into him. All of it. Because it was hopeless. It was hopeless for her. She put all her trust into him, and to have everyone standing in front of her, it's because of him. Man, you can't. I can't even imagine how she feels. Can't even imagine. I forgot that he was with us. Let that man get some cheeks, man. Being let him rock. Let him rock. Don't take that away from him. Don't take it away from him. I didn't. I missed it too. Oh man. I'm gonna go back. Remind me. You think we're gonna leave Soyuz here? There's a reason. Oh, was Y is Y Man reaching out to them? Yeah, it's a voice. Ah! Oh no! It it doesn't matter. It's over. That's the whole Earth. To envelop the whole Earth. That's the whole Earth. How? The question is how. What's happening? What's going on? No, I would assume that it's someone that was listening to their transmissions and was able to spit back Senku's voice, or like record Senku's voice, kind of like how AI is right now, right? Kind of like how AI is right now, where you take a bunch of different recordings and you feed it through something, you can make it sound like something else. So something like that. That's what I'm assuming. But the thing is, Y Man or someone else is using that voice to contact Rudy and everyone else. But my question is, how? How do you know what's going on? That's my question. How the hell do you know we have the Medusa? Uh huh. It's a recreation of his voice. The people that obviously did this. Yeah, it's why? It's clear that they have an ability not to be affected by the petrification. So they could still be modern. They still can be modern. Y-Man could still be living in a modern society where he has access to all these different things. I asked that question too. Why would it be so? Why would it be on that island? They didn't tell us. I don't do that. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Where's Maz? We got Maz petrified. We haven't even seen what's his name either. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Have we seen Yoga? Stop running, boy. Stop running, boy. Yeah, who is this? Huh. Why is every single guy like super pretty? What's going on? Wow. That's got to be trippy. He's got a moon on his forehead. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, brother. Now I have to remember. I have to remember. Kinro and Ginro's descendant. He's a dopey version of your master. He's the one that got sick and died, right? Like he was one of the last ones that ended up getting sick, and he ended up not one of the last ones. He's the one that got sick and he passed away, right? The one that Byakuya was close with. He was from Russia, I think. I want to say, was he from Russia? Yeah, the astronaut that originally where he came from. You know that they're gonna have to end up splicing and crossing eventually, but he's similar to him. He's married to Connie. Yes. Okay. They rain down upon us. What do you mean they? What the hell? What? I would tell him to keep talking to me. Keep talking to me. What? They said it. He said it was countless devices. There's a ton of them. That that would make sense why he's just repeating the message, because if there's multiple of them everywhere, Wyman would be assuming that one of these devices will go off. That's why he's constantly sending it. One of the devices is close enough to hear this message, it goes off. Whoa. It's the person on the island? The enemy is a few 100,000 kilometers. They're in space? That's why. That's why Wyman knows what's going on. Yep. that's that's insane. That's crazy. That's insane. I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts, paper boy. Stuff I've been thinking about, I haven't said in a minute. Or I don't think I've said it all. I have some thoughts. Um it's in color. Um my thoughts initially, right? Um I don't remember the name of all the astronauts. So you'll have to bear with me. You have to say what you gotta say. You gotta say. What you gotta say? What you have? What you have? What you have for me? I said it a while ago. I did. Can I read this? That they're on the moon. I did say that. See, I say enough things. Eventually, I'll be right. I don't even remember myself saying that. That's what's crazy. I don't even remember myself. I think I no matter of fact I do remember when I said it. I remember. I do. I actually do remember. I actually do remember. I remember the I don't remember what episode we had watched. It was it's, the thing that the anime's in season 1 year. Yeah. I do remember when I said it. It was this season. It was early. It was this season. It was this season. I remember. It's really early on. I do remember. Um. Oh man, I love this show. I love this show so damn much. I really do. I really do. Now this is what I've been thinking. I've thought this since the first season, but I didn't do the first season on the channel, as you all know that. Oh yeah, go back to the party bit. As you guys know, I didn't do the first season on the channel, but I loved it so much. Oh, it's earlier. My bad. That's what the. So I can't think. I'm trying to watch stuff. Hold on. My bad. Excuse me. I forgot that he was with us. I completely forgot he was with us. Oh, she is bowing to him. And then what was that? Okay. All right. So what I wanted to mention, and this is just my theory crafting brain coming into play when whenever we were first introduced to, or not introduced, forgive me, whenever we were brought back to the first flashback with Byakuya and company, learning how the planet was enveloped and how and getting back to Earth and setting all of that up. This works as season finale already. Yeah, it does. All that stuff. And whenever we got down there, it was like we didn't have resources. We didn't have any of these things. Now, I've always thought, especially now getting more information about Y-Man and South America, and there being individuals that that possibly have been around for the entire 3,700 years since the petrification went off. There's a chance that there could have been people, a lineage of people passing this down that have been somewhere on this planet or in space that have been somewhere. So I've always thought that whenever it was the lady with the short hair and the bald guy with the gold tee, right? They left the island to go look for supplies and they never came back. And it was like, we don't know what happened to them. We don't know if they shipwrecked, like if their little boat just flipped and they died, if they got to land. We don't know. Like any number of things could have happened. They could have rode out there and then just not have made it and just ended up in the ocean dead. That could have been an option. They could have made it to land, not found anything, tried to come back, same thing happens. They end up dying. They could have made it to land, not be able to get back, and just get stuck and die because they can't find a way to survive. They could have made it to land, lived an entire life, and then ended up dying from old age. They could have got to land, came into contact with someone, possibly killed. They could have got to land, came into contact with other people and held against their will. They could have gotten to land. They could have joined forces with some people, and maybe they could be a part of this group of people that have been alive for almost 4,000 years. It's so many different things that could happen with them, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was something like that to happen with them. Would not be surprised. Now, when it comes down to Y-Man being on the moon, before Ukyo said it comes into it matches with how the moon is moving, my first thought was, could they be bouncing this off of a satellite? What if they have a satellite that's still operational and they're just bouncing the signal off the satellite or something like that, or using it to coordinate. I don't know. So I was like, could have been that, but they're like, no, they're on the moon. So now, this is my thinking. It could be either one or two things. One or two things is the first two things that my mind goes to anyway. Is the individuals that were on the moon have always been on the moon. Like, this could have been a project that was happening. Obviously, it was happening before the petrification happened, but it could have been in operation long before. They've been on the moon for a long time, right? They've been on the moon for a long time, and then they finally enacted the petrification thing, and then et cetera, et cetera. Or the individuals responsible for the petrification who were on Earth have access to so many different things, right? They're still, like, they never got set back to the Stone Age. They're still in modern times. So if they have the skills or they're smart enough, maybe they have the ability to send a rocket into space. I don't know. What if they have that ability to do so? What if they have access to that? So maybe sometime in the last, I don't know, 1,000 years, 500, however long it's been, maybe they've been able to send themselves into space very recently and been able to live up there. If we get to the moon and then there's some sort of moon colony, mind blown, because there being a moon colony is crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised if, especially like if Ishigami Village isn't aware of it. The Earth is massive. They would be able to send a rocket from somewhere. Would send a rocket from the other side of the planet. Nobody would know. They would be able to go up and come back down. Nobody would have any idea what's happening. So it's like there could be places on Earth that are not affected by the petrification. We don't know. It's been so long. The last time that we confirmed the whole planet was petrified was the immediate moments after it was petrified. Whenever the astronauts were in space, using the internet via Twitter to watch live broadcast feeds and see everywhere all across the world that everyone's petrified. What if 1,000 years later or whenever, someone figured out, or the people who petrified was like, all right, and unpetrified something? Like, what if that happens? What if there's like a whole country that's just fine? We would have no idea. It's just insane. It'd be crazy. I don't know. There's so many like hypotheticals and so many things that you can come up with. But yeah, I do think the lady with the short hair, the bald guy with the goatee that left to go find supplies when everyone's getting sick, whenever the astronauts came back down, I'm certain there's a possibility that they could have got to land, met people, and then been involved in whatever the hell is going on. Curbing that. Petrification devices rain down from the skies. Now, tapping back onto that, if they rain down from the skies, and this guy is at least a couple hundred years old, the guy with the crescent scar on his forehead, if he's a couple hundred years old, then that means what you're telling me is the moon civilization people shot these petrification devices from the moon to Earth a long time ago. That's my only guess. That's my only guess. My only guess is that I don't know. Part of me feels like eating things from the news. It's just like, I don't know. My brain makes me feel like, see, it's like I know, like, we have Tsukaso's a teenager beating up lions and killing lions with his bare hands. We got like all of these like it's hard for me to quantify what's possible and what's not possible because of the things that these individuals do, right? Senku is so smart, it's ridiculous. Like Taiju is so unnaturally strong, it's ridiculous. Tsukasa, same thing. It's like you have all these individuals who have traits that are just insane to me. They're absolutely crazy. It's hard for me to be like what can be possible and what's not possible. So it's like in my brain, is a moon civilization possible? No. But this Dr. Stone, anything's possible. In my brain, damn near anything is possible. Like, part of me is like, there's no way there's still someone alive from back then. Right? There's no way there's someone that's still alive from back then. But then again, my brain is deep and I can think of stuff really fast, really quick. I just thought of this on the spot. What if there was a board of individuals that decided that we're going to petrify the world and take over it? And they came up with a succession plan, petrified all of them so that whenever one lives his whole lifespan, they unpetrify the next person who was alive whenever the petrification happened. He could just take over right whenever that person lets off. He lives a whole life and then do the same thing over and over. Like, it's just like anything's possible in this damn series. I don't know. I have no idea. But what if it's something like that? Now, is it possible for someone to have been alive the whole time? Like one person overseeing this whole petrification business? What's the point? There's so many questions that, like, what's the point of doing this? Is it aliens? Is it just aliens? Did someone strike a deal with the aliens? I don't know. It's just my brain is not helping me when it comes to what is the purpose of doing this. What's the point? Is it just an evil mad scientist that figured out how to petrify, that figured out something and wanted to do something? It's like, what if it started off as an accident? But it's like when you find out that thousands of years after the fact, a bunch of petrification devices just rain from the sky and just start activating and going off. That doesn't feel too much of an accident. It feels like it was done on purpose. What was it about? What is it about this island? That's the next question. What is it about this island that has so much attention on it? Is it because this is the island where the astronauts fell from? What if there was the moon civilization and they watched the astronauts leave the space station, land on this island, and all of this whole civilization, all this stuff started because of this one island? What if it's that? I don't know. I have no idea. What's the point? I have no idea. Why do you rain petrification devices down onto an island and just have them activate? Yeah, why is there only just one left? Now now it makes sense to me if moon civilization people, that's what I'm calling them now. We know we rained down a ton of these things. We're just going to keep repeating this because we've been monitoring and we know that these people have gotten to the point of having technology. So if we don't want no one to be alive, we know we sent a bunch of these things down here. Maybe one of these things is close enough to a transmission that it can hear this command and just activate, and everything that we've been trying to do is just over and done with. That's the only thing I can think of. It's the only thing I can think of. Shoot, what if it's just, what if this is a whole artificial intelligence? What if AI took over? What if Skynet won? And this is like a whole AI thing, and we find out that there is no one left. It's just robots. I don't know. See, my brain goes, it can go anywhere. It's too much. There's too much happening. My brain can go anywhere. I don't know, like, what's the point of using I get the point of using Senku's voice. It's manipulative. It's the whole thing with Ruri, where Ruri's like, "Hey Senku, were you talking to us?" Because if you mimic Senku's voice and you get Ruri to answer the message, and Ruri has one of the devices, you would open the channel and then be like, basically petrify the earth, and it would go off because you've let your guard down. You've let your guard down to talk to Senku when it wasn't Senku. So it's like, I get that. So that makes me feel like this is malicious. Like the whole Y-Man thing was already like creepy enough, but this is this is malicious. You are actively doing this. You don't want people alive. Why? What is the purpose behind this? Is this some Thanos situation where you just want to petrify the earth so that there's more resources for certain people? Do they just not like people? Is it aliens? Like, I feel like I've said enough to that. I probably stumbled across the answer, but I've said enough to the point where I can't take credit if I'm right. It's insane. I have no idea. Like, what is the actual point? What is the point of doing all this? What is the point? How could something so small be so powerful? And before all of Dr. Stone is just like one of Senku's weird dreams. Right. And before. Remember what you said about Hyoga being associated with the moon? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Hyoga's people. Hyoga's whole bloodline comes from the moon. Hyoga's an Otsutsuki from Naruto. He comes from the moon. he's a moon ninja. That's what he is. He learned his spear skill was passed down generations to generations from the first settlers of the moon. I don't know. Damn, Dr. So I can't believe this. You gave me Y-Man, you gave me the Medusa, and then the raining down of Medusas from the sky. Like, this is insane. This is crazy. I mean, I meant it as him being our opposite side, but that works. And before Byakuya was in on it the entire time. I don't know, man. I don't know. This damn show. And before Byakuya knew the entire time about all this. I don't got anything else. I have nothing else. Dr. Stone is great. If you're not watching Dr. Stone, you're a fool. You're foolish. Before I mentioned every single possibility, any probability. Get out of here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Have a good rest of your weekend. A couple hours left of it. Have a good next week coming up, and hopefully, God willing, I'll see you guys right back here this Thursday on time for episode 21 of Dr. Stone Season 3. So again, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you. Peace out.